Ever since I was a kid, I always wondered why I have purple eyes. Maybe I should ask my science teacher?
What's going up with you today?
Teacher, I was wondering this enigma that always triggered me when I was a kid. I have purple eyes while my classmate have blue or brown eyes. Is this related to the mutation class we had yesterday?
You're getting there, but not quite yet. I think you'll need to understand deeper the cause of rare eye color.
Oh, so what would be the factors causing the rare eye color? Does this relate to genes also?
So your main question is, what factors influence the gene responsible for eye color in an unusual mutated eye color? But then to your what do you think is the answer, make something like a hypothesis.
We think if the genes that decide eye color may be accidentally changed, then the genes also will change and this will affect the eye pigment, then the unusual eye color will be produced.
Let's go on with our investigation.
So as a start, we have two main genes that contribute to eye color and melanin production, which include OCA2 and HERC2.
Wait, how is melanin involved? I thought it was just for skin?
Melanin is involved in eyes because OCA2 also produces melanin, and this was proved by so many researchers, such as Richard A. Spritz. High melanin contained by OCA2 mostly results in brown eyes, and low melanin caused by HERC2 that would affect OCA2 can result in blue eyes.
So I still have a simple question. What is a gene mutation? And how does mutation occur?
O. We just had that class yesterday. A gene mutation is a permanent change in the DNA sequence of a gene.
Gene mutation can also occur in eye color. One of those mutations include point mutation, which is a change in a single DNA base pair, whose effect can range from subtle to severe, depending on where the change occurs, and the change is considered as subtle effect.
So if there's a single change in a DNA base, does that relate to my parents' genes that would result in my purple eyes?
Not entirely, but it could also be an insertion mutation, which is a type of mutation that involves the addition of one or more nucleotides into a segment of DNA.
But also in that case, we can also talk about the other type of mutation, which is deletion, which is the removal of one or more DNA nucleotides from a gene.
So those are the types of mutation. How do all these occur? And what supports these types of mutation?
What mainly causes them to occur are the errors during the cell division, which we might also call DNA replication errors, environmental factors such as radiation, where we include the ultraviolet UV light from the sun, and X-rays, chemicals like the ones found in tobacco, and other viruses. So do you get it now?
There are different examples of an unusual eye color. Firstly, we find the one that you have mainly known as albinism. Albinism, this includes pink, red, purple, or violet. It is proved by the research paper made by Richard Sturm in the early 2000s, where we also find heterochromia, which is different colored eyes do different other that you can't learn at your level.
So you mean that my situation is albinism? It was maybe caused by one of the causes you said above, maybe the errors, or environment, or maybe viruses. And that made my melanin level go so low.
Yeah, cause I firstly did research and found out that according to Walter J.H. Landrum, those with green eyes have a higher melanin level than the ones with yellow. This means that yellow eyes have a higher melanin than purple eye color. This is gonna be the closing question. What about inheritance? Is eye color mutation inherited? And is it Mendelian law or non-Mendelian law that is applied?
Firstly, this is not as you think it is. I know you think that this is Mendelian law, but guess what? This is non-Mendelian law. Though in our science classes, we introduce eye color as a simple trait. Just like, for example, I am like brown eye color is dominant, and blue eye color is recessive. But in reality, it's more complex. The eye color as it is made from the main two genes, which are HERC2 and OCA2, but also some other sets of genes play a role here. Also, to prove that this is not Mendelian law at all, in 2010, the study of Manfred Kaiser in Netherlands proves to us that not always just because brown eyes are dominant, after meeting with blue eyes, still it appears to be blue eyes. And also proved by a major genome-wide association study in around 195,000 individuals in 2021 that polygenetic inheritance, where multiple genes contribute to the take over one single gene. And incomplete gene, here the dominant gene won't take over as long as there is the presence of the factors that we talked about, then mutation will take place.
It's like the story I heard 10,000 years ago. Everyone had brown eyes, and because of what happened in Egypt, people kept migrating and kept spreading, and all this reach was proved by Hans Eyberg. Is passing through implications like discrimination. People don't want to be close to her cause. They think having purple eyes is a disease and can be spread, but their science showed us it's just albinism.
Mutation is always dependent to its factors. Go with that in mind today.
Through the research and group discussion, I've discovered that disorders in the segment of DNA can have various effects through generation, whether on mutation or natural changes. Traits with different characteristics will eventually get passed from parent to offspring.